In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how much I made from my Amazon KDP business in April 2023. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Sean and I've built and sold a 7-figure Amazon KDP business, and now I'm building my second KDP account. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who is actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want a completely free training on how I built a 7-figure publishing business, then the link to the free training is in the description below. All right, so this is going to be another income report video for my second KDP account. Now, I stopped doing this every single month once I passed the $10,000 a month mark because I felt like it was kind of repetitive and redundant to do it every single month. But once in a while, every few months, I will do it. So in this video, I'm going to show you April income report as well as all the previous months that I did not show yet. So let's get started. So real quick, why do I make these videos? Number one, because I think transparency is lacking in the YouTube space. A lot of people online are teaching things without even doing it themselves. So I think there's a lot of fake gurus online, and I don't really want to be someone that teaches what they don't actually do themselves. So by making these videos, it keeps me accountable, as well as to show you that, the strategies that I show you in my other videos actually works because it's working for me. And I also find these videos motivating. I like watching it when other YouTubers do it as well. And so that is why I continue to make these videos. Now, the past few months, I have not published any new books in my brand except for doing some translations and creating bundles from the existing books that I had. Besides that, I've mostly just been playing around with creating more low and medium content books, and that is why when you see the KDP dashboard, you'll see that I have a lot more books published, but those are mainly low and medium content books. So since I haven't done an income report since February, let me show you the previous months real quick before we do a more in-depth breakdown in April. So for February from KDP, I made $7,852. From Audible, I also made $1,437. I also had a couple aggregates, meaning uploading outside of Amazon, that made $44 from one channel, $104, this is from affiliate marketing in the back end, and also $277 from Ingram Spark. So if you combine all that, I made $9,820 in February. Now, March, I made $10,383 from KDP. From Audible, I made $1,041. And once again, from aggregates, I made $66 from one channel, $308 from Ingram Spark, $44 from another channel. And in total, I made $11,905 in March. All right, so that was a quick update on the previous months. So now let's go into April. So with April, there are a few things that I want to know real quick. April, we went very aggressive on ads once again. We tried to boost some books up. We saw a few books that had potential, so we just wanted to try and increase the ad spend and see if we can rank it better, which kind of did not work. So it kind of led to just overspending on ads. So once again, we're gonna dial this down, but this is what happened. We also published some bundles, which are nice because it's basically zero cost in creating these books since you already have the individual book files. So you're just putting together those and creating a box set version of it. And besides that, I just added low and medium content books to experiment. I also want to improve my skill set when it comes to actually creating low and medium content books. So that is what I'm doing. All right, so starting with the smallest income source, that'll be Ingram Spark, and I made $581. Now, I also made $75 from aggregates, and aggregates, once again, is essentially uploading your books outside of KDP. So those are something like Draft to Digital as an example. So I made another $75 from there. Now, I had a career high in terms of how much I made from ACX from my second KDP account, and I made $2,890 mainly from one book that really started taking off as an audiobook. So that was really nice to see. All right, so for KDP, let me show you actually live. I've made $11,672, as you can see here, for April. And you can see that the royalties were much higher at the beginning of the month. This was when we were spending a lot more in ads, and that makes sense, right? And since it wasn't really converting as well, we were overspending compared to how much we were actually making back. We tapered that back and stabilized the sales a little more in the later half of the month. So these are my top books. My number one book, which is a high content book, made $1,644 from KDP. If you include ACX, probably made over $2,000. And this is also high content. This is also high content. This is also high content. I believe this is a medium content book right here that made $901 in that month. And this one right here, $447, this is a low content book. Low and medium content books are kind of the same thing, so it doesn't really matter how you categorize it, but either way, it's not a high content book, and it made close to $500 this month. So combining all that in April, I made $15,214. Now, in terms of expenses, once again, the ad spend was high. So as I mentioned earlier, we try to spend a little more at the beginning of the month and then, lowered it at the end of the month. But still, the ACoS is way too high. In total, we spent $6,658. Now, we turned off most ads from other markets, so we didn't spend much from there. So we spent $273 in ads from other markets. So the total expense is $6,932, which makes the April net profit $8,282.61. So if you look at the lifetime sales for this account, it has a very, very nice trend going up. Obviously, December, the sales are a lot higher, dropped a little bit, but from there it picked right back up. The sales are a lot more steady because it's mainly high content books. We're not doing low content books where you make literally, most of the money from Q4 and then after that it kind of dies off, right? So that is a good part about high content books. Another thing I want to mention is you don't need a ton of books to make money. I do have 58 books at the moment, right? But if you compare the 10 best books, I made $77,000 from that. So once again, you don't need a lot of book to make money. I just want to clarify that because a lot of times people see the number of books and they're like, oh, you got to make this many books to make this much money, but that is not the case. Once again, a lot of these books are translations, bundles, and low and medium content books that I'm testing. So it doesn't really add a lot to exactly how much we make. So we did clear over $100,000 in royalties from this account from KDP. If you add other channels, it'll be a little more. But I do want to do another 0 to 100K challenge, but looking at it within a 1-year period rather than lifetime. So I cleared 100K in the lifetime, but in 2023, I want to clear over 100K in royalties just in that year. And from this trend, as you can see, I would probably do that easily, but we'll see how it goes. So a few takeaways. I think it is time to pivot into a new niche. I mentioned this in my last income report video too, but I tried to build this niche for over a year, but I was never really able to get the ad costs down because it's too competitive. I'm competing against mostly traditional publishers and big publishing companies, and I'm like one of the only self-publisher in this niche. And this is essentially what happens if you go into a very profitable but competitive niche, right? I'm still making money, it's not a problem, but I can make a lot more money. My profit margin can be a lot bigger if you go into a less competitive keyword. And obviously I do know a lot of better keywords and niches to go into. I just wanted to test this out to see if I can, actually compete with traditional publishers, carve my own space in this niche and see if my strategy actually worked. And it does work. As you can see, we are making money. It's just a little tougher. So that's why we're going to pivot, probably start a new niche while maintaining this current one. And I'll let you guys know on how that goes. So that is it for this income report. May income report is coming up soon. May is actually going to be a lot better than April because as I'm filming this, it's the end of May and I probably will do a lot better. So I'll let you guys know, but I want to ask you, how did you do in April? Let me know in the comments. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. If you want a completely free training on how I built my first KDP account to over 7 figures, then the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you guys in the next one.